Max Holloway is about to get lit up like the 4th of July by Ilia Topuria at UFC 308. I could not be more confident. I think Ilia Topuria is a nightmare matchup for Max Holloway, and he is either going to KO him or beat him down for 5 rounds. I think Max Holloway has got a better chance of becoming the president of the United States, and I'm talking about today. Not even if he runs or has a whole little campaign. If he runs today, he'll have a better chance. I have just been so sick and tired of these Max Holloway fanboys saying, Max by round 1 KO, or Max is gonna humble him, or Max by whatever he wants, man. Max by whatever he wants, man. And obviously now I know some people are like finally picking Ilia, but there are still these Holloway fanboys. These Holloway fanboys are also acting like Ilia Topuria is scared of Max Holloway, or he was ducking the fight with Max. I'm sorry, but what has Ilia said or done to duck this fight with Holloway? Oh, let me guess, he's been saying none of his contenders are worthy of fighting. He's literally been calling out Max since the UFC 300 KO, and if anything, they're here fighting this week. People are delusional about how easy this fight is going to be for Max. Listen, I get it. Holloway knocked out Justin Gaethje, aka Rufus, aka somebody with a little touch of the tism. But just because he beat Justin Gaethje doesn't mean he's beating Ilia Topuria. And hey, I know, people think that Justin Gaethje is this big, powerful striker, or this big powerhouse with the hands of stone. But he's really not that good of a striker compared to Ilia Topuria. Ilia is a better and more skilled striker. This is not Gaethje. Justin Gaethje is very predictable. He throws hooks and runs away. He puts his head down and prays something lands. He overswings. I mean, Ilia Topuria is much more calculated and technical than him. I know he beat Dustin Poirier. He slipped some punches and landed a head kick, but when he's fighting someone that's actually technical and not someone like Rafael Fiziev, who empties the fucking gas tank right off the bat trying to finish someone, spamming body kicks, Gaethje, he gets exposed, man. Ilia Topuria is a way better fighter and striker. I think Max Holloway really exposed Gaethje and showed how much of a skill gap there is between featherweight and lightweight skill. Now, before I break down this fight, I just want to say, Topuria is not just this guy that got fucking lucky. This guy was literally the first person to beat Volkanovski in featherweight history. He was the first person to take Volk's undefeated record at featherweight. And no, it wasn't a fluke because Volk got KO'd by Islam. He set it up with perfect skill and technique. He's got insane boxing, man. And Volk, he's always seemed to have like these defensive issues where he always like moves his head back while his chin is in the air. Now, breaking down this fight, Max Holloway in his recent fights has a game plan of landing to the body, where he lands jabs and right hands to the body. I think Max Holloway is going to struggle to implement this because it's going to be a nightmare to land shots to the body against Ilia Topuria. Max Holloway, he struggles with shorter guys, man. Guys that are hunched over and have a great ability to mix it up with the takedowns. Max Holloway didn't look great against Frankie Edgar. He got beat by Volkanovski 3 times, and his volume also suffered in that fight compared to what it would look like against a taller opponent that stands, upright. And people are going to say, oh, what about Jose Aldo, who's the same height as Ilia? Ilia is a different fighter because he has a bladed stance, he stands low, and he also has the threat of the takedown. He's also burying his chin inside his guard. Aldo, he stands upright with his chin on like a silver platter. Against Justin Gaethje, it's easy to land to the body because he's a guy that stands upright with his hands up, leaving his body completely open. Go rewatch the first round of that fight. Holloway is literally landing 10 strikes to the body just from his hands alone. And against a guy like Ilia Topuria, Max Holloway is not going to have a lot of success to land on the body because the overhand, it's right there. The right hand is right there for Ilia Topuria to land. And that is a ton of output that Holloway uses to win fights that he will not be able to land that much successfully on Topuria. And one of the reasons Max Holloway wasn't able to land much volume on Frankie Edgar was because he was a short guy that stands low. So yeah, he can't land a lot of volume. A big part of Max Holloway's offense can't even work against a guy like Ilia. His volume is going to fall off. His ability to mix it up with the jabs, 1-2s, are going to be less effective. And people will say Ilia Topuria leaves his head on the center line. Well, guess what? Holloway will leave his head back on the center line too. And people will say Max can use the leg kicks. But guess what? The leg kicks were there for Volkanovski too, but it did absolutely nothing for him. Volkanovski's leg kicks are better and more dynamic than Max's, and it didn't do shit for him against Ilia Topuria. If anything, I think Ilia has way more damaging leg kicks. I really believe Max will not be able to trade with Ilia in the pocket because he's just too powerful. He's going to overpower Max in the pocket. Topuria also doesn't need to respect Holloway's power that much as he did need to for Josh Emmett. Remember, Holloway is going up against a guy who can mix it up well. A guy who can mix in the takedowns, so there's already going to be a threat of the takedown looming over Holloway's head. Holloway won't be able to throw much output once he feels the power of Ilia Topuria. And also, the takedown threat is right there. I also think it isn't crazy to say that Ilia Topuria can knock out Max Holloway. I mean, Ilia Topuria is the most powerful person that Max has fought at 145. Fair enough, he fought Dustin and Gaethje, but that was at 155, where he has a better chin at 155. That's how it works. You cut less weight, and you have a better chin at 155. Against Gaethje, he got dropped. First time Max got dropped. I think Ilia is going to land the damaging shots. I think he's going to steal rounds from the judges just based on damage. He's going to out-damage Max by landing the powerful shots in the round. I also think Ilia is the better and more entertaining boxer as compared to Max Holloway. Max Holloway is running away from you half the time. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, who you think is going to win, and we're going to find out Saturday night.
We get to find out come Saturday night, my guy. Tune in.